Sawadee Ka, and thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. The Election Commissioner, EC, says the first day of registration for party list members of parliament and prime ministerial candidates passed by smoothly, with strong cooperation from all parties involved. Election Commission Secretary General Soeng Bunmi said the first day of registration for party list MPs and prime ministerial candidates concluded without incident. A total of 52 political parties registered before 8:30 a.m., with all required documents verified as complete. Campaign number lotteries were also successfully conducted. So far, 32 political parties have submitted their prime ministerial candidates, totaling 68 nominees. Parties that have not yet done so may submit names until December 31st of 2025.
โดยภาพรวมก็ทุกอย่างก็เป็นไปด้วยความเรียบร้อยด้วยความร่วมมือของทั้งพรรคการเมืองแล้วก็ผู้สนับสนุนรวมทั้งสื่อมวลชนนะครับพรรคการเมืองที่มาลงเวลาก่อน 8:30 น.มี52พรรคทางสำนักงานก็ได้ตรวจเอกสารความพร้อมก็คือจะตรวจว่ามีเอกสารครบถ้วนถูกต้องไหมนะครับก็พรรคก็ได้ส่งเอกสารถูกต้องครบถ้วนทั้ง52พรรคได้แล้วก็ได้มีการจับสลากลำดับหมายเลขที่จะใช้หาเสียงเสร็จเรียบร้อยแล้ว
Regarding campaign policies, all 52 parties have submitted their platforms, which will be distributed to 19 million households nationwide. The policies will be reviewed by a multi-sector committee, including representatives from the Bureau of the Budget, Ministry of Finance, Bank of Thailand, and economic experts. On the Thai-Cambodian border situation, the EC Secretary General said the Election Commission remains confident that the general election will be held nationwide as scheduled on February 8th of 2026. The Secretary General also outlined preparations for a referendum to be held alongside the election, emphasizing fair information, balanced public debate, and lawful campaigning. The Prime Minister has disclosed that discussions between the Thai and Chinese foreign ministers have progressed smoothly as diplomatic efforts continue to stabilize the border situation with Cambodia. The government is prioritizing a ceasefire while closely monitoring security conditions along the frontier. Before leaving for his mission in Buriram, Surin, Amnajaran, Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul said talks between Foreign Minister Sihasak Phongketkaew and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Kunming of China went well. The Prime Minister received a direct briefing from Foreign Minister Sihasak this morning. Minister Sihasak was also set to begin discussions with Cambodia's Foreign Minister after the phone call with the Prime Minister. The Foreign Minister is scheduled to return to Thailand this evening. China has been reported as offering 20 million yuan in assistance to address war-related damage, primarily affecting civilians' property. The Prime Minister responded that Thailand will carefully review the proposal after the Foreign Minister returns. Regarding border security, the Prime Minister said residents are gradually returning home in areas deemed safe. In Buriram province, nearly 20,000 evacuees have returned, with about 2,000 remaining. He stressed that while people wish to return permanently, safety remains the government's top priority, and relations with Cambodia will require time, with the immediate focus on maintaining the ceasefire. In addition to updates on diplomatic talks involving China, the Prime Minister said the 72-hour ceasefire agreement with Cambodia will expire at noon tomorrow, stressing that security forces remain on full alert as the deadline approaches. Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul said the 72-hour ceasefire agreement with Cambodia, which began on December 27th, is set to expire at noon tomorrow, December 30th. His comments follow earlier statements confirming that talks between Thailand, China, and Cambodia are progressing, with efforts focused on maintaining stability along the border. Prime Minister Anutin said reports from security agencies and the military indicate the situation remains generally calm, emphasizing that while both sides are refraining from hostilities and reducing tensions, Thai forces continue to maintain full vigilance. Addressing public concerns over whether the ceasefire will hold until the deadline, the Prime Minister said a ceasefire does not mean a halt in preparedness or defense measures, but a coordinated effort to prevent escalation.
ฝ่ายความมั่นคงฝ่ายกองทัพเขาต้องมีการข่าวมีตรวจสอบอยู่แล้วแล้วถ้ามันเป็นข่าวถ้ามันเป็นข้อเท็จจริงหรือมีความเสี่ยงเนี่ยเขาต้องรายงานแล้วนี่เขาไม่ได้รายงานอะไรเรามีกฎของการปะทะอยู่แล้วนะครับพวกนี้จะมีการเขาเป็นฝ่ายที่เรียกร้องให้มีการเจรจาหยุดยิงนะครับแล้วก็เขาก็ให้ความร่วมมือมาประชุม3 วันนะครับแล้วก็ในเนื้อหาของ Joint Statement เนี่ยมันก็มีความชัดเจนว่าทั้งสองฝ่ายจะไม่ละเมิดต่อกันและกันอีกแล้วก็หวังว่าเที่ยวนี้เขาก็น่าจะต้องรักษาสัญญา
As part of the ceasefire framework, Prime Minister Anutin noted that humanitarian steps are expected after the deadline, including the release of prisoners of war, as authorities work to build confidence and pave the way for further diplomatic engagement. He reiterated that public safety remains the government's top priority as talks continue. And as the ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia continues to ease tensions, residents in several border provinces have begun returning home, while authorities maintain strict security monitoring in restricted areas. The 2nd Army Region announced yesterday that residents may return to their homes, urging caution and emphasizing safety. The Army reaffirmed its commitment to protecting national sovereignty and safeguarding civilians and their property. As a result, residents along the Thai-Cambodian border began returning home last night, with many families spending their first night back after staying in evacuation centers from December 8th through December 27th, marking 20 days of border clashes. In eastern provinces, the situation along the Chanthaburi-Tarat border has also improved. The Royal Thai Navy, together with provincial authorities, has allowed residents to gradually return home. However, in Sa Kaeo province, 4 areas remain restricted, including Ban Klong Pang, Ban Ta Praya, Ban Nong Chan, and Ban Nong Ya Kaeo. Authorities plan to allow evacuees to return on December 31st, while explosive ordnance disposal teams continue clearance operations. Officials report 116 homes damaged, with government compensation and housing assistance already arranged. And that wraps up our midday edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and also NBT World. And for more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, I'm Sandra Han Utsaha. สวัสดีค่ะ